Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow.
Welcome back to another episode of Lone Star College Football. We're going to be talking about the 2024 recruiting class. We're coming off of two good, honestly, great back-to-back classes. In the 2022 class, we get studs up front on the offensive line. 2023, we get guys like Arch Manning, Cedric Baxter, Jonte Cook in those skill positions, and then huge pieces on our defensive side of the ball with Anthony Hill, Malik Muhammad. We got some transfer portal guys coming in, and Jalen Catalon and Gavin Holmes. So we're looking nice. Now on to 2024. Recruiting doesn't take any breaks. Honestly, they're already recruiting. I see 2025 and 2026 guys posting offers all the time. So let's jump into some key players to watch out for. Obviously, for this class, the 2023 class, we're still waiting on Deuce Robinson. I don't expect him to come to Texas. It looks like he's probably going to Georgia. But as far as I know, right now, he has not officially signed anywhere. So it'd be a great addition for us if we could get him. But 2024, we're going to start with Kobe Black. He's a cornerback out of Connolly, Waco, Texas, 6 foot 190. He's a high 5-star. Number 15 in the country, number 2 at his position, number 3 in the state of Texas. Defensive backs, you really can't have too many, right? Cornerbacks, you got to think, if you're a corner, there's 2 or 3 of you on the field all the time. And having depth at corner is nice because then if safeties, we have injuries, they can kind of shift around. Although it's not always a smooth transition, having depth at the defensive back position is huge because it takes a special skill set to be able to run out there and chase these guys around. Receivers in college football are just getting faster and shiftier every single year. We're just going to kind of go over a few players, and then we're going to talk more about other offers that they have later. Corian Gibson, a safety out of Lancaster, Texas, 6 foot 170. He's a 4-star. He's a high 4-star. Still a top 100 player. Number 86 in the nation. Number 6 at his position. And the thing with Corian Gibson is, Kobe Black's 6 foot 190. This guy's 6 foot 170. You probably want to see him put on some good weight over his senior season. Hopefully, if he does come to Austin, hopefully he'll be an early enrollee and we can get him in a college weight room and start putting some good muscle mass on him because 170 is kind of small. He's 6 foot, so you don't want him to be 220, but you probably like that 190, 195 range. Doesn't seem to be a bad spot for a defensive back. Daniel Cruz, he's out of North Richland Hills, Texas, 6 foot 3.5, 295 pounds, an inside offensive lineman. He's a 4-star. Now he's he's number 382 in the country. Now, usually, you hear about the top 100 and about the top 300 is like where you really like to get guys. The thing is for me personally, so far seeing Coach Flood recruit on the offensive line, anybody he's going to go after, I'm going to get behind. He knows what he's doing. Our offensive line has completely been revamped since he took over at the coaching position. And so I'm just going to trust that he knows what he's doing. Plus, 4-stars, they obviously there's a reason why the 5-star people have such higher chances of going to the league and being successful. But these 4-star guys are freak athletes. 6 foot 3.5, 295 seems to be on the smaller side. I think I saw a thing that said that Coach Flood, his average offensive lineman is about 6'5", like 315. So he is a little bit on the smaller side, but remember, he's also, going to be going into his senior year. So he's got a whole nother year. He can put on some good weight and hopefully get to where we need him to be. Micah Hudson, probably the biggest name in this class so far for us. Out of Temple, Texas, 6 foot 190, wide receiver, high 5-star. Number 6 in the country, number 2 at his position, number 2 in the state of Texas. This is a guy that if we got him, you'd probably be looking at Texas for one of the best receiving rooms in college football. Getting Jonte Cook and DeAndre Moore this year, if you go back to back and get a Micah Hudson and Ryan Niblett as well this year, obviously we're not expecting Xavier Worthy to be here for another year after the 2023 season. We're not expecting, Jordan Whittington, he's got to leave eventually. He's been here forever. Don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed watching him. I'm happy he finally had a season injury free, and I hope he can do it again and go on to the NFL. But he does have to leave. A.D. Mitchell won't be there. Isaiah Nayors, this is a contract year. He's hoping to have a great year and go to the NFL. So we're going to be losing a lot, which means the 2024 season, we're going to have guys like DeAndre Moore, Jonte Cook, hopefully Brennan Thompson. Hopefully he's putting in work over the offseason to get ready and have an increased role. And then a guy like Micah Hudson could come in for sure and have an immediate impact. At linebacker, Peyton Pierce, 4-star out of Lucas, Texas, number 143 in the nation, 13 at his position, 6'1", 225. I don't know what kind of linebacker he is. 225 seems a little big for 6'1", but I guess if you're a linebacker, you've got to be big and stout. You're going to have to block shed. Those offensive line pulling guards are going to be coming after you. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look more into like what our current roster looks like for like a guy like Anthony Hill. Not sure. Let me look up his size. I don't know. Maybe just in my head I'm wrong. But it seems like 6'1", 225. No, Anthony Hill's 6'2", 225. So I guess that's a solid size for that position. Okay, Leon Lafau, he's 6'1", 210, 15 pounds less. As long as it's good weight, I guess it doesn't matter. Akana from this season, he's 6'4", 225. So we've got a whole range we got anywhere from 6'1", 225 to 6'4", 225 to if he carries it well and he can still move, be a sideline to sideline kind of linebacker, then absolutely. I love having those bigger guys that can really, when slot receivers come across the middle, you make them think twice about doing it again. Another cornerback, Temple, Texas, Selman Bridges. I'm excited about this guy if we get him because he's 6'3". Now here's the problem. He's number 103 in the country. He's 170. So the guy we were talking about earlier that was 170, he was 6 foot. This guy's 6'3". This dude's, he's I've seen a little bit of film on him, but without seeing more, it just seems like he'd be lanky, right? Like 6'3", 170. You probably want to see him a little bit more. Maybe being a defensive back, you don't want to see him at 210, obviously, but like you would a linebacker. But I don't know, 190. If he can move still, he's probably a burner. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see him. Well, he'd have to put on some serious weight to play that kind of nickel linebacker corner role. Maybe he's a safety. Maybe he transitions into safety with his height. I don't know. But I love tall corners. Ryan Watts is one of my favorite players on our defense because when you've got a corner that big, you can't really throw the ball at a way that he can't get to it because of his size, and I just love that. Another wide receiver, Bryant Wesco, 6'2", 180. He's a 4-star, high 4-star, number 85 in the country. Same thing with Micah Hudson. We're going to need receivers next year after this 2023 season, going into 2024. Going into the SEC, we're going to need fast, strong receivers. At 6'2", I like that. I like size. Hopefully he's 180, so hopefully he's quick, and he'd play a solid role in our offense. That's all right. Here's where our problems are going to be. Whenever we start looking into who are we going against for these guys. Kobe Black, the defensive back, he's got offers from Alabama, LSU, Oregon, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. Those schools are problematic, right? Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma, Ohio State, those are top tier teams year in and year out. Maybe not top tier play every year, kind of like Texas is a school that we're going to recruit really well. We haven't been putting it together on the field. I think we're getting there, but we haven't. Oregon has up and down years. LSU has up and down years. Ohio State and Alabama are always at the top. And then obviously Oklahoma usually is a lot better than they were last year. Good thing is we've seen him in Austin twice in the last 9 months. He was in town for the junior day in January. We just kind of have to watch out for some of these other schools. Corey Gibson, the other defensive back, also has offers from Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Michigan. Texas feels good about their position for this safety. It says for the safety, he's being recruited at cornerback, nickel, safety, has ability to play all three spots at a college level. Love to see that. Daniel Cruz, the offensive lineman, holds offers from LSU, Florida, Ohio State, Michigan, and A&M. Offensive line, we've been doing so much with ours that I feel good about getting an offensive lineman. Like, it seems like it would be difficult for us to not be able to keep getting that talent. Like, look at Kelvin Banks. Look at what he's done as a true freshman. The dude, he just turned 19, and he was 18 years old out there just bullying people. One guy I didn't talk about was Taylor Tatum. He's a running back, highly rated running back. He has offers from Georgia, Bama, USC, Michigan, Penn State, and Miami. He's the state's top-rated tailback. He's wide open in his recruitment. He's almost at 40 offers, which is ridiculous. He also runs track. Texas seems to be in a good spot. However, obviously, we are going after Jarrett Gibson, and that's going to be, Texas. We do pretty well in getting top talent every year, and so whenever you're looking at running backs, we do really well at running backs. In fact, I know that we had, obviously, Bijan was like the number 2 in his class. I think Zach Evans was right above him, but obviously we think Bijan turned out better. Let me find this. Then you get Jaden Blue or Jonathan Brooks. We get Cedric Baxter. Like, we, at the running back position, we are set. Jared Gibson, number 19 player in the country, number 1 running back. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, high 5-star, out of Florida, IMG Academy. We're in great positions for him. If we don't get him, Taylor Tatum might be next. He's at Longview, which is right up the road for me. That's not very far at all. It'd be hard to believe we got both of them. But you got to think, if this guy's from Longview, there's a chance that he's just a Longhorn fan and that's where he wants to go. And if that's the case, maybe he ends up at Texas anyways. But we do feel really good about Jared Gibson. Peyton Pierce, the linebacker out of Lovejoy, or Lucas. Yeah, Lovejoy Lucas. He has offers from Ohio State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Arkansas, TCU. He's a natural inside linebacker. He's a wrestling star. He was a freshman. Was a starter as a freshman at Allen 2 years ago. Man. Yeah, that's the guy. Which one is he? He's the one that I was saying his size was concerning, wasn't it? Yeah, 6'1", 225. Hey, sounds like if he's starting as a freshman, then he's probably able to move pretty well. Probably nothing we need to worry about. Aaron Hampton, another receiver out of Carthage. He's got Alabama offers, LSU, Nebraska, Oregon, and A&M. Man, so he's already committed twice. He committed to Texas and to Baylor. He's decommitted from both. He's an East Texas native. Moved from Dangerfield to Carthage, where he's playing wide receiver. He's going to go check out LSU. We'll see. You usually don't expect to see people transfer or commit and then decommit from school and end up back. So I wouldn't say that we should feel too good about getting Aaron Hampton, but you never know. Selman Bridges, the defensive back out of Temple. He has offers from Bama, Oregon, Tennessee, Penn State, and USC. So actually, they was listed him at 6'3" on the other one. This one has him listed as 6'4". Steve Sarkisian offered him late in January. He's hoping to see Austin on March 25th, so he'll be in town soon. He has taken an unofficial to Southern California. Hey, 6'4" is better than 6'3", right? I like big corners. I hope Selman Bridges can get on. We can get him on campus and show him what Austin is about, and hopefully get a commitment out of him. Bryant Wesco, the receiver, holds offers from LSU, Ole Miss, Penn State, Miami, Texas A&M. He's a rising receiver prospect, turning heads. 6'2", 180. He's a multi-sport stud. He's very open about his recruitment. Texas is certainly interested in hoping to get him on campus soon. And then one last receiver, Terry Busey, holds offers from Bama, Oregon, LSU, Arkansas, Colorado. He is a top-rated athlete in 2024. He does everything: football, basketball, baseball, track, and field. He is a known commodity in the state. Texas A&M has led the pack early, but Texas is interested and remains to see what he can do. He's going to take an unofficial visit to Texas in the spring, which is upon us right there at spring break right now. That's just some recruiting, guys, that we're looking at right now. Right now, the recruiting class is way too early to even have an opinion on what they're doing because, let's see, go back to 247. For 2024, I think we're ranked like number 20-something. Ooh. We're number 38 in recruiting for that class. So it's way too early to have any kind of opinion on it. We're going to finish probably top 5 for sure, top 10. I mean, when Texas Tech is a number 11, if it tells you anything, that this class is nowhere near being done. A little bit of spring ball. We can talk about that for a little bit. Excited to see that Arch Manning's getting reps with the twos. I hate that Malik Murphy's been out thus far with another foot injury. Coach Sark did mention that it's not a part of his high school injury that kept him out last spring. It's a different thing. So hopefully he's able to recover some more. He'd stayed on campus during spring break to get some treatment. Hopefully next week for week 2 of spring football, he's able to participate. Jonathan Brooks, he's been out with he had a hernia surgery after the bowl game. Keelan Robinson, I think they said he had a muscle strain, so they haven't been playing. It's been giving Jaden Blue and Cedric Baxter a lot of 1-2 runs this early in spring, which is great for them. I don't know. I want to see Baxter play, obviously, but it's kind of one of those things where Jonathan Brooks seems like he can be that guy. I don't think Keelan Robinson is. I think he's too little to run inside zones. Maybe we can get him on the outside in the perimeter, line him up in slot receiver. He could do that, but I don't know. I don't know what their role is. He 100% is a special teams player. Dude can block punts better than anybody. He's ridiculously fast. If you want to throw him the ball to the backfield, I love that idea. Receiver, DeAndre Moore, Jonte Cook, they're young. They're getting their reps in with the threes. Xavier Worthy, obviously he's putting in work. We all learned about his broke hand last year, so I'm sure he's happy to be back at practice without that aggravating him. A.D. Mitchell, I've heard some good things about him, his progression, learning the playbook, his connection with Quinn and with Arch. It's Isaiah Nayor. Obviously, he tore his ACL last summer, so he's kind of limited. He's very limited right now. They don't want to rush him back too soon. We kind of just got to work with him. If he comes back too soon, then you end up with a situation where he's going to re-aggravate it. We need him. If we had him last year, our whole season would have been different. On the defensive side of the ball, Anthony Hill, Leonga Lafau, they've ran with the twos a lot. I expect Anthony Hill will be with the ones by the end of it, all being said and done. Maybe not for spring, but for sure for summer. I don't think David Benda is going to hold him off and have the starting job. David Benda has been on campus for a couple years now, and he just doesn't seem like it's going to work out for him the way we were hoping it would when he showed up. Jalen Catalon, defensive back, he was hurt last year for Arkansas, so hopefully he's getting healthy and getting ready for a season. Because that dude, when he's healthy, dude's a stud. So hopefully everybody stays healthy this year, and we can go into the 2023 season I mean, just full power, full head of steam. Just take Rice, use it as a springboard game, getting ready for Bama. We got to go to Tuscaloosa in week 2. We're going to try and do some way too early Big 12 season predictions for y'all. Working on Logan getting his setup completed. We got to get a Wi-Fi situation figured out with him. And then we're going to try to be posting more content. I know we've been kind of quiet over the last few weeks. Not too terribly much to talk about. And it's just a grind, man, trying to get this stuff put out for y'all. So, but we do appreciate y'all rocking with us. Once again, if y'all need help with some insurance, give Casey Crutcher a call at 903-948-5195 at Rollo Insurance. He can help you with your home, auto, life, health, and business commercial insurance. And that's for anybody in the state, Texas, New Mexico, Utah, Georgia, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. He saved me and my wife $40 a month. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you can save it. You can buy tickets with it. My dryer broke yesterday. We had to buy a new dryer. So saving $40 a month, saving that helps when things like that happen, everyday life situations, and you can be prepared. So it costs nothing. It costs nothing to talk to him. You can call him, tell him who you have your insurance with, ask him what he can save you on. Let him give you a quote. And if it's not saving you money, then you just hang up on him. Don't hang up on him. He's a nice guy. Make sure you tell him that Lone Star College Football sent y'all his way. With that being said, appreciate y'all rocking with us. Until next time. Hug 'em.